What is up, guys? It is NJB here, and today I'm bringing you guys a video on Star Wars Battlefront, and the beta just ended yesterday. So they extended it like 2 extra days, so I don't want to show you guys this gameplay. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can put the music or the actual audio in because I turned the music off because I wasn't planning on making any more videos on this, or at least not with or any more gameplay with it. I have more videos, but I turned the music back on just because I wanted to experience like the full Star Wars in the game, and I wasn't gonna make any videos on it with any more gameplays, any new gameplays. But lo and behold, I ended up doing it, and this became probably my best game in Strike yet. I'm not saying like as a personal best, as like my #1 kills or score. I'm saying like this was probably like the most intense because the game goes so far into overtime. I mean, we're just trying to deliver this package and it just goes on forever. So basically what I wanted to do in this video was just talk about Star Wars Battlefront, and I already talked about it before and I'm going to do it again because I'm really liking this game so far. So first of all, I just want to say this game is really fun to play and the gameplay is good. And I feel like in the first one, the gameplay wasn't that good. Like, honestly, if it wasn't a Star Wars game, I don't think it would have sold like at all because the gameplay just wasn't that good. In this one, it is good. It's really fun, and the gameplay is like fluid, is really responsive, and it's just a pretty good game to play. Also, I'm pretty sure this gameplay won't get too stale or boring like as quickly as the previous one did. So that's one thing I like about it. Second are the battle points. I really like that they implemented battle points, so they kind of work basically kind of like kill streaks if you think about it. So you kind of build up battle points, the more kills, more score you get during the match. And when you have enough, you can choose between like special units, you can choose between vehicles, and you can also choose between like heroes or villains. So you can be like Darth Maul, Rey, Boba Fett, and when the game actually comes out, you can be even more. So Han Solo's in the beta, or was in the beta, but now we're gonna have to wait for the game. You can be Vader, Yoda. I'm having a struggle remembering everyone else right now, but yeah, you kind of get the idea. So it's better than the previous Battlefront because before you would just like pick up an icon and then you just become that hero. Now you actually have to gain points for it, and that is much better than someone just getting lucky and finding it. Now you actually have to be doing well in the game. You'd actually have to be playing the game, and then you can get points. So I really like that, and I really think that's a nice addition. It's much better than the previous one. And the next thing, the Clone Wars era, the prequel era. I just really think that was missing from the original Battlefront that EA released. I mean, come on, if you're going to take the name of one of the best Star Wars, or probably the best Star Wars game series, you have to do it right. I mean, you can't just take the name and expect no one's going to wonder, where's Galactic Conquest, where's the prequels, where's the Instant Action. I mean, you have to kind of take that into consideration. It would have been better if they named it something else if they weren't going to do it, but they named it Battlefront, and now I really am thinking it's kind of living up to the hype. They did say they're going to be offline mode, so I am looking forward to that because sometimes you just want to just be on your own, just play Battlefront and experience like a Star Wars battlefield, kind of like you could in the original. I do hope they're going to have a lot more like prequel maps. They probably are because that's kind of how they do it. The map I'd really want them to bring back, or I'm pretty sure they will. It would be so dumb if they don't, but I really want them to bring back Geonosis. And that's because, first of all, that's the first place we saw the clone troopers, and just that battle and attack of the clones was just, it was just incredible. I mean, I think that's probably like one of the best like straight up just clone versus droid battles we've seen in Star Wars, like in the actual films. In the Clone Wars, there's been a lot more, but if you're just talking like complete battle, that's probably the best we've seen in films. It's probably like the best battle we've seen in the films with actual soldiers just on the ground like fighting each other. If you include like droids as soldiers. So clones versus droids, it was just awesome. So can you imagine how they can do it? Like Battlefield 1 already has that one map where the kind of like the sandstorm comes across the map. Imagine if they have that man, I forgot what it's called. The Trade Federation ship, like that center part that was taking off an attack of the clones, and when it crashed to the ground when they were using the super tanks. I don't remember all the names. I'm not a Star Wars nerd as much as I used to be, but If they had that and it crashed down and we had like a massive sandstorm over the map, that would be incredible. Especially with the graphics that we have now. I mean, yeah, it can definitely one up like the original Star Wars Battlefront if they can do stuff like that. Um, Actually, personally, I really don't think it's going to be as good as the original Star Wars Battlefront 2. I just think the original one did have like much more content, and we didn't even have to have DLC in that Battlefront. We just had like everything just came with the game, and it was just like you can experience what you experienced in the movies in the game, and that's one thing that made the game great. Nowadays, you have like so much DLC, and I just don't feel like I don't know. I don't feel like they want to give us that experience the same way. It's different. And we are still getting a good Star Wars experience, but it's just different, and I just don't feel like it's the same. So I don't expect it to be exactly the same because obviously EA is making a game, and they kind of have to make it their own way, and they should do that because it's best to do it your own way rather than someone else's way. But as I said before, when it's living up to the name itself, it's kind of hard to change that. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of this gameplay. We do go well into overtime. You can't see this rocket troop in all factions. It's just very, very strong. In my opinion, I think that they should nerf it just a little bit. I feel like if they nerf it way too much, like increase the time of the rockets, like recharge fuel rate, I think if they do that, it would kind of take out the fun aspect, because you have to remember that to get this, you don't just pick up like an icon like you probably would if it was available in the previous one. With this, you have to get kills, and you have to be playing the objectives and get the points to play as them. So it still has to be good and worth like reward for actually playing well, rather than just like, I don't know, just not doing anything. So it is pretty strong. I won't say fully overpowered because I've been able to take people out as a rocket troop, droid, whichever one they are. And yeah, so I'm gonna let you watch the end of this game. It does go pretty far on. Let me see. Yeah, we have a little bit left. There is music in the video, so I can't really play the audio, but I'll put music in the background. I'm pretty sure I would have put it with the kind of like this commentary too. So hope you guys enjoyed. It's me and JB. I can't wait for the new Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, I'm just really excited for it now that I've actually played the beta. And yeah, so don't worry guys, I'm still gonna do some more FIFA videos. I'm gonna plan on streaming FIFA, and I might stream like some other games too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is me and JB, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mates.